Be careful about how many things you get up in the morning and start doing without getting your brain into a good place. No matter what you do, when you wake up in the morning, I found out a good trick when I was waking up and starting to get too anxious about the day. So I'm gonna share it with you. It's something that I learned. I was actually in church and I heard the pastor speak to, it was like anxiety, right? And it comes in so many different forms and it approaches us in so many different ways. And when you are being victimized by anxiety, you're going to find out how many different ways you can lose your confidence and you can start worrying. So he really did a good piece. There's a series that we're doing at church that actually uses movies and implements those into the message. So it makes it easy to follow. When you got this kind of problem going on inside internally, what you want to do is have just a peace of mind. And how I got that is to just take your time and start just breathing whenever you start to get attacked by your thoughts. This morning, I was actually about to start going into the game and pushing, being the guy, but I started feeling my thoughts start to come over top of each other. I'm gonna make it clear. The brain experiences 60,000 thoughts a day and not in any particular order. It has no way to roll them out. So everything that you do triggers one of those cycles of thoughts, whether that cycle of thought could be 10 different thoughts or 10,000. You're going to get all 60,000 of those things, whether you like it or not. And you have to learn how to compartmentalize it. If you don't understand how to compartmentalize your thoughts, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have thoughts that just totally overtake you. That's what I learned immediately. Every single day, you're learning something new about yourself. You learn that you can actually detract and deflect those feelings if you take just a few minutes and just stop when they start to take over and you just breathe and you just breathe consciously for 3 to 5 minutes minimal. If you got to take it to 10, do it. But I found that worked for me. Now, to set up and tell somebody else that, now I have to get to a place where I kind of have to get anxious again because I got to say, where am I going to shoot? What am I going to say? How am I going to film it? Will it be long? Will it be quick? Am I trying to do it for short? Am I trying to give somebody a real message that they really could use? So you got to go through all of those mental progressions. And then you're finding your brain kick starting back up again. But once again, before you do anything else, you just go ahead and breathe again. Don't allow the thoughts to take you off course. Make your mind up to serve people. And people who are doing this aren't smarter. They just are more committed to doing something that they feel can impact the game. So you don't have to love everybody. Nobody's perfect. We are just chosen to do this thing, just like you are chosen to do the thing that you do. What we have to do collectively is to make sure that we don't get overwhelmed in the moment and let that thing control us. We have to make sure that we have a process in place that allows us to get back in control because nothing should take you out of your control or your head space. And when something starts to try to do that, you take a time and you just breathe and approach your day with a simple approach. And if that doesn't work, make sure you just implement compensatory control. And when you can do that, then that's how things start to roll out the way you want them. You are in control. You don't let things get out of hand and the steering wheel go left and right and skid on ice and go downhill and off the side of a curve, your mind has 60,000 thoughts a day and in no particular order. So make sure that you realize when those thoughts are trying to take over, when you're starting to think about too many things, anxiety starts to take over, then you take time and breathe and remember who's in control. He's in control. Just remember that anytime you start to come off course. Remember, this week, we're going to show you guys some things that may be helping you. And it's going to be something that I felt in my spirit I would have needed 10 years ago. And it's basically learning how to use the sport of boxing to hardwire your nervous system and get back in control over that area that is really out of control. And so if you guys interested in watching, we're doing a live stream on Wednesday. So we'd love to have you there. But if not, no matter what you do, stay in your breath and be